Hi, everybody. Sean Woodland inside the CrossFit Update studio, being joined by a man who is making his first run at the 45 to 49-year-old Masters division. He has a very famous and well-known older brother, but he is making quite a name for himself. He finished second worldwide in the Open in the 45 to 49-year-old division, and he joins me now live via Skype. He is James Grundler. James, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
The question I get asked, just because I work with Bill a lot, that people want to know is, why are Grundlers so good at CrossFit?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily CrossFit, but it's definitely functional fitness. I mean, we were doing everything under the sun when we were little kids, from climbing mountains to climbing trees, rolling around with, we grew up with Great Danes. We were just like always wrestling around. I mean, we were mat rats and rug rats, and we just were always moving, always constantly moving, always testing our boundaries and stuff. And I think that's what it's all about. And I think that kind of, attributes to doing the functional fitness now that we do,
And last year you were at the games in the 40 to 44-year-old division. It was only your second year doing CrossFit.
Right.
I know you showed up hurt to that, didn't have the games that you wanted. But what did you learn from that whole experience?
Oh, man. I mean, for the most part, I learned about pacing. Being a rookie and all, you still have that same struggle of coming out of the block super fast, doing everything as fast as you can, because it's still a race. It's still a race. But from last year to this year, it's been an astronomical difference, just experience-wise and pacing-wise, like I said. And it's just really been a big learning curve, for sure.
Last year in the 40 to 44-year-old division, you were 16th in the Open, and you only had one finish inside the top 10. Fast forward to this year, you're second worldwide. You never finished lower than 8th, and you actually beat Bill in one workout. How did you make such a dramatic improvement?
Yeah, that was 3 seconds I beat Bill by.
It's still a win, man.
A win's a win.
Yeah.
I mean, I attribute a lot to just being more focused this year. Like I said, the difference from last year, who I was, to this year is just a major difference. I was working with Bill at the beginning of the CrossFit career a couple of years ago, and he built a really great foundation for me. And then we took it to the next level by bringing Mike Tremello on board and doing his programming, and it's been really fantastic, so it's been really good.
Last year, you and Bill watched each other compete at the games. This year, there is a very good chance you guys go head-to-head in Carson. What's that going to be like for you?
Well, it's not going to be an unfamiliar ground. We have always gone head-to-head, especially with our wrestling careers. We grew up wrestling each other and stuff. And I can remember back when we were little kids, wrestling freestyle tournaments every weekend. And this one specific one, he said, we both made it to the finals, and he said, "Hey, let's put on a show here. I'll take you down, and then you take me down, and then I'll score some back points, you score some back points. We'll just make this, get the numbers up really high, make this crazy show about it." And I said, "Oh, sounds good. Let's go. Let's do it." Of course, being the younger brother, I was more gullible, I guess. But we go into the match, and the whistle blows, and sure enough, he pops me up in the collar and pops me in a headlock, and I go down on my back, and he pins me. And I was like, "Well, hey, I thought we were going to the show,
Your parents, I'm sure, will be there to watch. Who do you think they're going to be cheering for?
Well, of course, me. I'm their favorite kid.
Yeah.
No. I think it's just a lot of fun. I mean, the whole thing is we're just having fun out there, and that's really what it's all about.
I have a younger brother. I know my younger brother knows better than anybody how to get under my skin. You're the younger sibling in this relationship. How do you plan on getting under Bill's skin when you guys get to Carson?
Well, I think it just comes down to just saying, when we're around each other, just be like, how you feeling? I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. No sign of any weakness. There's no problems going on here. All good.
Now, regardless of who finishes ahead of whom, or what would it mean for you to be able to stand on the podium with your brother at the CrossFit Games?
Oh, man. I think it would really be a dream come true, kind of the icing on the cake. I mean, I started this CrossFit journey a few years ago, and before that, I was a touring musician, and my lifestyle was a lot different. I'm sure you can understand. And, we kind of we were always super tight. I mean, we shared the same bedroom, when we were little kids growing up, we shared the same clothes. I mean, people thought we were twins and all this kind of stuff. And then we kind of drifted apart and stuff. And I got into the CrossFit sport because A, I'm an athlete and I love sports, but B, it was really to kind of bring that connection back again with Bill, and open up that communication again, and bring back my brother, and I think it'd just be just topping it all off, but to be on the podium with him, I think it'd be fantastic. Yeah.
James, thanks so much for joining us. We wish you the best of luck in the online qualifier, and we really, really hope we get to see you and your brother throw down in Carson at the CrossFit Games.
You got it. Thanks, Sean.
James Grundler, 45 to 49-year-old division, going to go head-to-head with his older brother possibly at the CrossFit Games.